tell this story. It's not a story, but it's something that happened to me. I guess it was 25 years ago, and I was out just drinking a few beers, and I told my husband, my first husband I was with, I said, I want to go to church. And so he took me to church. We walked through the doors, and I wanted to sit just in as far back as I could get. And I did. And the whole time I was there, through the singing and people testifying, and then the preacher was the one that really got to my heart. Before I went, I had to ask my first husband, what is this I'm feeling? I didn't know anything about it. Nothing. I just kept hearing a voice in my heart that was calling me to please, come home, come home, come home. And he told me, he said that you're under conviction. And I asked him, I said, what's conviction? I didn't even know what that was. He said, that's when you're sorry for everything you've done, and God is calling you to come home. So as we sit in the back of that church, the preacher just kept preaching, and all my clothes were just flooded of tears that I was crying. My husband was sitting right next to me. And he got up and he ran to the altar. And I thought, we were as one. He didn't grab my hand and take a hold to bring me with him. And I didn't know if it was right for me to go. And then that man that was preaching, Eugene Haney was his name. He was a preacher man at Dawson Church here in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. And he come back there. He saw I was soaked in tears, and he reached out his hand, and when he did, I saw nail scars. It was in the palm of his hand. I didn't see Eugene Haney. I saw Jesus. And as soon as I took his hand, I hit the floor. I didn't make it. I made it probably 2 steps, I think. And I just hit the floor. I didn't know what was happening to me or nothing. 'cause I've been crying back there the whole time through the singing and the preaching, and I was soaked in tears. And I remember there were so many people that were around me that was praying for me. One special woman was named Sally. She worked at Clark School as a secretary for years. And then I'd been on for probably about 2 hours. And I figured that the people in the church house, was getting tired. Because they had been praying for me, with me for so long. And I thought, well, I need to get up because I didn't want them people to stay there longer for someone like me. And then when I tried to get up, there was a shield. It was invisible, but I just raised my hand. It wasn't but an inch from my face. And I couldn't move it no farther. Because I remember thinking, I need to get up, but I couldn't. It was from my head. The shield was from my head to my feet. And I lay there. It was about 5.5 hours or maybe 6. And the people that were there praying with me never knew. And then I kept laying there and praying. I was still praying. And then I raised my hand up after hours later. And the shield was gone. And God told me, He said, "Now I'm done with you. I'm through with you now." He was doing something special for me. That's what He told me. That's why He had me in the floor for that long. And we were sitting on the seat at the end after I finally got up. From the floor. Me and my first husband were sitting next together, but he acted like he didn't even know me. And they asked him to testify first. And he said he thanked God for saving his soul. Then I was the very last one that they asked to testify. And I stood to my feet because I had never, ever felt love for people I didn't even know. I didn't even know. But I had love for everybody in the world. I loved everybody. And that preacher said, "Look, all of my makeup the tears, it just washed it all away. I didn't have no makeup on when I left there. And I told them people when I testified, I told them all, I stood up and I said, I want to thank God for saving my soul and for changing me. And He filled that hole that was in my soul. I was so grateful. And I told everybody in that church house, I said, I don't even know y'all. I said, but I love y'all, and I love everybody out here in the world, and I want to be alive. I want to go out and tell what Jesus did for me. I was so grateful. I just thought, Sister Poor, girl that nobody could ever love me that way. But God did that night. It was in 96, September 96. I'll never forget it. Because God tells me, He said, whatever comes from Him, He said, you never forget. And you don't. You never forget what comes from God. And He gave me gifts. And I've been through a lot of troubles. And now I'm trying to get my music out there, my gifts that God gave me. They've been laying there since, I think it was 92. 92, I started writing. I never had nobody to help me to get them out there. But God does stuff for a reason. We go through troubles and we go through trials. And you don't know what the purpose is when you're going through it. You really don't. You don't. There's been many times I would think, why am I going through this? Why? I know you ain't supposed to question God, but I question myself. Why is this happening to me? But now I met someone now that I honestly love with all my heart. I never knew what it was, and I never thought I would be the one to find it. But I'm very grateful to God. Maybe it took me, going through all that stuff, all that troubles and trials and troubles and trials and troubles and trials and chaos and losing your loved ones and And it took that to get me where I am now. I just want you all to know, there were times I thought about giving up. I did. I just thought about throwing my arms up in the air and just giving up. There was something greater inside of me. They wouldn't let me give up. They kept telling me, keep hanging on, keep hanging on, keep hanging on. I was raised in an old-fashioned way. But I know, I want y'all to know that whatever you're going through, if it's your marriage and y'all fighting and arguing and that stuff just don't seem right, or you just sense it don't seem right. Your senses, I want you to know, does not lie. You go by your senses and your gut feeling, because it's usually always right. And I'm grateful to be where I am now, because I don't live in fear anymore. I don't have to be afraid. I was with someone that was abusive before for years and years and years. And thank God he answered my prayer and he went away. But now I got someone, Ricky, that his heart is gold. It's something that you just want to reach out and grab, and I don't want to let go of it, because I never had that in my life. And I wonder, when you go through them troubles and trials, you never know what the purpose is until after you come out of it. It may take 20 years, 50 years, or a year, or a month. It's according to what God wants you to go through it with. And I'm glad, and I'm grateful to God, because He is worth everything that I went through for all these years. I never thought nobody like that exists. I never thought nobody could love me. I always thought they wanted to condemn me, but I was wrong, and God showed me that. So I'm telling y'all, keep hanging in there. Go by your senses, because they don't lie. I know there's a lot of y'all that's hurting. Y'all are hurting. I can see so many people hurting, and I pray God will help you. Keep the faith. You keep the faith. And always remember your senses doesn't lie. So y'all pray for me as I pray for you. And God bless y'all. I love y'all. Talk to you later.
I love you, baby, and thanks for the words that you speak.
Love you too, baby.
I love you.